Welcome back to the stream. So we were in the middle of the quest still for the snort guy. We will continue that, and we also had a new quest on the way, which is to find an abandoned high elf. High elf that was abandoned as a kid, which are not accepted in Somerset society. And an artist wants to have an interview with that kind of elf. Oh yeah, we will do what's faster on the way, and yeah, it's definitely the culture clash quest here. Also, I thought about one thing. I don't want to spend champion points in defense or offense, but I will spend some for the treasure hunter passive here. So I guess let's go with reduced block cost and tumbling, or actually a reduced cost of sneak. Maybe we can do some even split, like 10%, 10%, whoops, 10%. Oh, so it seems like we can put even more into this. Okay, perfect. So we have 3 points that are over the edge of the next percentile. Yeah, we also have reduced repair costs, and we find some more gold. I guess a bit unfair. Inspiration, don't really need that. I'm not gonna research anything. But I guess I will also use some reduced sprint costs here. Yeah, whatever. Guess we can do that. Alright. So now we are not overpowered. That all that stuff doesn't really do anything for combat, except the reduced block cost. But since we don't use any stamina abilities, all right. Enough of the excuses. It's time to go to Waste and Corridor once again. We already had 2 quests there. It's a bit stupid that we have to go there again. But what can you do? And again, one of these areas where you can mount. Oh yeah, and I actually wanted to test something, because I took the morph, just for fun, an unstable wall, which when the effect ends, the barrier explodes. So sometimes effect ends means, or expires, means that if you recast it, then this happens, but I doubt that this happens with the... Yeah, it doesn't happen here, so you have to let it run out. Yeah, and then the explosions come. Yeah, this is kind of sad because otherwise this would be a really good morph. But now you have to wait until it expires to get the extra effect. Otherwise you just have less duration than you would have with the other morph. Yeah, we are definitely stronger since we have been here last time. I remember how it took ages to kill one of these salamanders. I'm not really sure why. It's definitely not because of the reduced sprint cost or reduced block cost. Okay, so we have the royal the royal cup. Now it's time for the... No, wait, we found something else. Ah, my eyes. I had some onions for dinner. Not just onions, onions with eggs and tomato and bacon. But I still feel it in my eyes. Power of the onions. Okay, so let's see, do we have some more recipes? Bread and style, whatever. Let's see if we can craft something. Like tea. No tea for us. Yeah, that's it. That's this was terrible. Definitely, like this quest, this whole quest, Culture Clash. I didn't want to do it from the start because it wasn't even. I didn't even know what I had to do, and I already didn't want to do the quest because it was so pointless. Like, do a bunch of stuff for me so I can talk to the queen. Then I thought, once I realized how much stuff I have to do, this must be something important. There must be some funny twist or something at the end, so let's just see what happens. I mean, so far most of the quests turned out to be really nice. But yeah, this kind of go into this cave, walk all the way to the end of it, just to pick up something, and then walk all the way back. I hate this kind of quest. Also, I can't wait to be finally level 15. In the whole last stream, I mean this was only 45 minutes. I started level 14 and I ended at level 14, so yeah. It's really, really slow if you actually do quests. I mean, especially if you listen to them, but... That's all of the fun, right? Actually, I want to level as slowly as possible. Because I already know once I reach level 50, then I'm instantly level champion level 700. And then it will be the same old thing again. It's all about, oh, which gear do I want to have, and oh look, I can't get into dungeons, or I can spec into healer, of course. This is also one of the reasons why I picked Argonian. Or not, actually not. The reason I picked Argonian is because I never picked Argonian before. And just interesting, and because they can swim fast. It's just a nice little side effect that Argonians also happen to be some of the best healers. So, talk to Rigurd. Somehow have to get up there. Well, there is a shrine, so let's just use the shrine. Also, I can't wait to unlock the Sijic guild, because I think, to be honest, that Screaming Cliff Racer is an extremely strong skill, especially if we look at it. There's a passive which will give us 3%, when it's maxed out, 3% more damage done for each animal companion ability slotted. But I don't really like the animation and stuff. So I'm looking forward to get elemental weapon. But yeah, it will take a while until we get that.
What?
Also, I kinda need to visit a refuge so I can sell my stuff to a fence.
Vindilwin told me where she sent you. I've been having the most interesting conversation with this divine prosecution person here. Did you know the tall elves have at least 3 rules for every possibility? Oh, did you find the stolen goods?
Yes, I recovered the items.
Rigurd is so happy he could kiss you! The last time I did that, though, Thane Mera punched me in the nose, so... I know. Let's give the good Justiciar one of my Nord keepsakes. Which one do you think he'd like best?
Well, there's only one left, so let's take this one. The depressing stuffed goat.
Interesting. The stuffed goat represents stoic bravery, and she never breaks any rules. I mean, how could she? She's dead. Anyway, she stands for all the same things as the divine prosecution. Yes, I think that's the perfect gift to give to the Justiciar.
Okay, let's give him the stuffed goat and the recovered items.
The Nord Cultural Exchange proudly returns the Queen's stolen items. And this stuffed goat, it's a Nord treasure.
Remarkable work. I'll grant you that writ of authenticity now. A word of advice. If Vindilwin refuses to help, remind her that the divine persecution might remember the incident at the Battle Reeves dinner party.
Okay. Talk to Courtier Windelween. Windelween. Alright, so we teleport back. My neck. Oh, since 2 days I have like, I don't know. Yeah. Can't really move my neck much without it hurting like hell. I would even say I could just visit a doctor, but the problem is you don't simply go to a doctor. Because then they tell you, oh, make an appointment, but to make an appointment you need to stand in line for 2 hours or so with all the sick people. Then you get an appointment in 6 weeks from now. So no, fuck that.
As I have said, the proxy queen is unable to hold an audience with petitioners at this time. There are other affairs that require her attention.
So let's see if she declines our wish for the audience. And we already know she can't decline. Ah, there she is.
I honestly never expected to see either you or Ambassador Riggett again. Can I assume this means you acquired the items I specified?
Yes, I've done all the shit you asked me.
So I see. I'll just file the documents away for later review and slip those tickets into my bodice for safekeeping. We should be able to process your request and schedule an appointment for, oh, let's say 5 weeks from next Mondays.
5 weeks? That's not what we agreed to.
You're lucky I'm entertaining the Nord's request at all. Take the appointment and be grateful for this time with the Proxy Queen. I know newcomers who would kill for a meeting sometime this year, let alone in 5 weeks. Now, if you don't mind.
Goodbye.
Riggett is so disappointed. How can I negotiate peace if I can't even get an audience with the High Elf Proxy Queen? What a terrible predicament this has turned out to be. Do you have any brilliant ideas, my friend?
You could threaten her with the information Justicia Rolando provided. That might work.
Of course. Threaten the snooty High Elf with a scandal. High Elves hate scandals, snooty or otherwise. Watch how Riggett negotiates a difficult situation. No, better idea. You do it. That way Riggett gets to be the good Nord. More believable that way.
Sure. Of course it's me again who has to do everything. Oh no, enemies, we have already read that, so that's why I'm not reading it now.
Back again? You and that Nord are worse than a plague of fell runners in a field of swamp nettles. What do you want this time?
Justicia Rolando suggested I remind you about that incident at the Battle Reef's dinner party.
He did what? How dare he? Why, I have a mind to... No. I see how it is. Very well. Tell the ambassador I'm impressed by his ruthless use of rumor and innuendo. I'll let the Proxy Queen know that Riggett is her next appointment.
Yeah, it better is.
What happened? Did the threatening words do the trick? Or is Riggett in even more trouble with the snooty High Elves now?
It worked. Courtier Windleween has agreed to grant you an immediate audience with the Proxy Queen.
She did? I mean, of course she did. Rigard had every confidence in you. Thank you, my friend. Take this with the gratitude of the Nord Cultural Exchange. I think you'll like it better than that stinky essence of mammoth that I saw you ogling.
Yeah, thanks for that, mace. Sure, I will have great use of it.
Proxy Queen Eleanor, may I present the Nord Ambassador, Rigard the Brash.
Pleased to be seeing your beautiful face, Your Majesty. Sign the treaty, and we can break for dinner. Unless you want to be negotiating first.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Ambassador. I'll listen to what you have to say, and we'll see where the evening takes us.
As long as the evening includes lots of mead, that sounds fine to me.
Ambassador, I find your Nordish inclinations to be most refreshing.
Oh,
What the?
Rigard has plenty of inclinations, Your Majesty.
We look forward to finding out all about your inclinations, Ambassador Rigard. Come along. The royal chef makes a rabbit meatball pie that you'll absolutely devour.
I feel some sexual tension here. What's going on? Wait, that's it? That was the quest? I want to see what happens next. The Mystery of Artaeum, a report for the Proxy Queen, by Penguin, advisor to the court. To Her Magnificence. Proxy to Queen Iron, I continue to follow up on the rumors that members of the Psijic Order have returned to the world after a long and unexplained absence. I have it on good authority that at least one prominent Psijic monk, the High Elf Lelatha, has made an effort to contact champions with a warning concerning the return of the Clockwork City of Silversil. I shall endeavor to discover the reason for these reappearances and try to determine if they point to the return of Artaeum as well. Our military leaders have expressed concern over these events. A number of our religious scholars have also expressed concern, as they appear to be evenly divided on the opinion as to whether or not the return of Artaeum, if indeed it has returned, indicates good portents or ill omens. I uncovered the following details about the island from ancient records. Idyllic orchards, clear pastures and misty woodlands make up the majority of the island's terrain, along with a number of still and silent lagoons. Eyewitness reports from more than 500 years ago, the last time Artaeum was known to be present off the southeast coast of Somerset, described the unique architecture that appeared to be as natural as the countryside surrounding it. The Capora Tower supposedly rises above the isle. This relic from an age before the High Elf serves as the headquarters of the mysterious Psijic Order and guards the entrance to the Dreaming Cave. Legends say that Silversil, among others, used the cave as a sort of portal for traveling to the realms of oblivion. The records indicate that Artaeum disappeared from its location in Tamriel some 350 years ago. We always hear about this 350. So much. Yeah, but anyway. The grey-cloaked members of the Psijic Order, a magical monastic society that predates the Mages Guild, once served as advisors on spiritual and magical matters to the rulers of Tamriel. Whether these sightings of Artaeum mages signals the return of the Psijics to political concerns, we have not yet been able to determine. We have also not been able to confirm if the long-lived Rightmaster Yarkis still leads the Ancient Order, as numerous requests to meet with Psijic representatives have been ignored. I mean, we already know all of this. Alright. Additional information about the Psijic Order follows. Psijic monks follow the old ways, combining mysticism, the 11 forces, and the divine laws that bind and define the nature of reality and the philosophy and way of life. They are said to have a deep understanding of the Elnafei, also known as the Earthbones, the descendants of the Aedra, who once walked Tamriel and gave rise to the races of man and mare. Much of the ritual-based magic the Order utilizes this understanding, supposedly granting them influence over time and weather. In their day, they were the world's preeminent scryers, capable of perceiving events across great distances of time and space. It is said that they also command powers of communication superior to other practitioners of magic. What this means for Somerset and the Admeri Dominion has yet to be ascertained. It would behoove us to acquire the services of the Psijic Order for our alliance, but so far they have refused all efforts on our part to open dialogue for any sort. Okay, almost done. We have also received reports from spies in Morrowind that Sothasil's Clockwork City has been located. His association with the Psijic Order and Artaeum are well documented, so I shall make a journey to the land of the Dark Elves to conduct a scouting mission and try to determine if the return of the Psijics and the opening of the Clockwork City have any connection. It could be that something significant is brewing at a level well beyond our mortal concerns. I will return as soon as I am able. Advisor Pennewen. Okay, that was a long read. As I said, most of the stuff we already knew from other books we have read and also from talking to the Psijics. But yeah, it's nice to hear that stuff from another perspective.
As I have said, the Proxy Queen is unable to hold an audience with petitioners at this time. There are other affairs that require her attention.
And when will your ever-busy Proxy Queen see us?
Does she even intend on receiving our petitions? Or does she cast us aside like the rest of you High Elves?
Many affairs compete for the Proxy Queen's attention. The complaints of newcomers do not rank as a matter of priority, simply put.
How dare you dismiss me, as though I was some commoner? I refuse to leave this spot until my petition is heard.
The same goes for me.
Oh well. Ah! Right, so now we will try to find the Hulkund. But where is that? Here? Yeah, here, find the Hulkund. Okay. Shimmerine. Oh, that was fast. Let's go to the stable.
What do you want?
Whoa. Oh, what's that? To Chief Justicia Caravan. Chief Justicia Caravan. Our mission has failed. Justicia Avener betrayed us and killed several of my soldiers. She's made off to Torham Card. I'm pursuing her with the forces I have left. Stars willing, we will recover the pearl. I'm sending a soldier in the hope this message reaches you. Send reinforcements. There's more souls lurking in these ruins than Avener. Captain Tillamore. Yeah, okay. I don't want to talk to Captain Tillamore. I want to talk to the Halkend first, at least. But they seem to be exactly in the same location, which is nice.
Down, Kerr. I've got it covered.
Ah, is that him?
Would you care to explain why you're tracking me?
An artist named Tableau wishes to arrange a meeting with you at the nearby sinkhole.
An artist, you say? Intriguing. I'd accept, but I'm currently occupied with a rather tricky contract. Unless you wish to perform the task for me, I'm afraid this Tableau is out of luck.
What if I did the contract for you?
If you think you're up to the task. This forest is a protectorate of the Sapiarchs. A noble contracted me to poach one of the Indrics and bring him her heart. He wishes to serve it at a feast. Petty defiance is a mask of prestige, you see.
I'll get you the heart if you meet with Tableau.
We have a deal. You'll collect the heart and I'll meet with Tableau. Kerr will lead you straight to the Indric. I've already given her the scent, so it's as simple as following behind. And then killing the beast, of course.
Why are you doing work for Noble?
Somerset nobility isn't quite as squeaky clean as they want you to believe. In fact, the pressures of perfection often lead them to some questionable desires. My services allow me to perform more unbecoming tasks, given my social status.
How so?
I have no family to shame, no name which to soil. I may as well be a shadow, for all the worth I am given. Society would rather ignore me than admit I exist. Of course, this anonymity allows me unprecedented freedom. A blessing within my curse.
Your curse? The fact that you're a Halkend?
Yes. I was rejected when I was but a babe. One look upon my face should tell you why. I was raised by the priests of Stendar, stern mer who did not much care to cater towards the whims of a child. It was a cold upbringing.
You seem matter-of-fact about it.
A Hulkind, a broken child. That's what I've been all my life, why deny it? But being unwanted, outcast, it's almost a relief. I had no family to please, no name to live up to. I choose my own path. Rejection is almost liberating in that sense.
Yet nobles still hire you for contracts.
Somerset nobility
Okay,
isn't quite as squeaky.
Okay, we had already had that. So let's get the rewards first. Weapon swap, that's nice. And I guess we go with the Inferno stuff. Okay, so let's do this. We do now have 2 skill bars. I will mute myself for a minute while I pick the skills. Yeah, right. I just didn't want you to hear all the I don't know how it's called. My English, it's lost. So I will put the unstable wall here and this thing as well. Yeah, we don't really need that much. I should have taken the restoration stuff so I can train that too, to be honest. I mean, yeah, okay, now we can have both heals on one bar. Mage's Guild, we also still need something there. What's interesting about the Mage's Guild... Wait, actually... So stupid, I have nothing to fill these both bars with. So this is our front bar. Alright, so let's put back some of the stuff. So actually it's just the same. It's the same bar, we just take the other heal. All right. Oh, there it is. Gabriel. Wait, the heart just... That's strange. Yes, I will now do the other quest, because it's... I should have done it first, while I was still there, but now it doesn't make any sense to go back to the northwest there. So yeah, we will talk to Captain Tillamore first. Oh, and this dungeon also has a sky shard, so that's nice.
What? Are you here to kill me? Might as well. There's no honor left for me now. Not after I decided to send my squad off to certain death. I failed them as their captain. I failed all of Somerset.
What happened to you?
Justicia Avanaire. She struck me down, ran off to this ruin. I was able to follow her this far. The rest of my squad went in after her, but I fear the worst. With that pearl, who knows what she's capable of?
She has a pearl?
The item we were ordered to transport. It's tied to the Yagra, mysterious creatures that keep attacking our shores. We have no idea what devastation the pearl's capable of, but we can't allow it to be used to dark ends. It must be destroyed.
Alrighty, I'll do it.
You must move quickly. The pearl is with Justicia Avanaire, somewhere in Torheim Card. Once you find it, destroy the cursed thing. Even if you have to go through Avanaire to do it.
What are your injuries, or how are your injuries?
Compared to the pain of disgrace, hardly noticeable. Avanaire got the drop on me, but I was able to step back in time. It's not mortal, but I can't fight. May that Sleck thank her ancestors that she won't have to face me in battle.
Tell me about Avanaire.
I'm sorry, but that information is sensitive to the Old Mary Dominion. Just know that she's not a soldier to take lightly. Use all due precaution when you meet with her.
Why does she want the pearl?
Power? Ambition? A new accessory? I have no idea what she plans to do, but it's something important enough to forever sully her name. There will be no honor for her after this disgrace. She'll be forever shamed, marked in history as a traitor.
Okay. Enough information for now. I wonder why everything in Somerset is abandoned. I mean, the High Elves live here. They have lived here forever. Not forever, but the last 2,000 years or so. So why is everything in ruins?
Aid me!
I'm hurt!
Enough of the sea slots. I don't really want to read that right now. But yeah, we have we already know that sea slots are incredibly powerful and evil.
yard holds itself up beyond the path. We'll have to fight through a whole horde yard to reach the sector.
Spread out.
It's kind of funny that every 5 minutes or so I get a viewer, and then a minute later they disappear. And I always think, like, what do these people expect to see here? If not that which is in the title. Oh wait, this guy actually reads. This guy actually listens to quests and reads books? What the fuck is this? I mean, sure, there are some moments where I'm a bit disrespectful about the viewer's time when I'm doing something that is not playing. But okay, so where do I need to go, to be honest? Oh, I just went all the way back, didn't I? Nice. Good job on the dungeon layout again. Again, Cinemax. Wait, so where do I have to go, actually? So not jump down, because then I'm back at the beginning. This looks good. Pearl research notes. I already know what the pearls do. They summon monsters.
These blacks think they can double-cross me? I'll show them true suffering!
Oh, there we have it.
failed you, little sister.
Journal of something. Rumors of the spiral skein. Oh, same one again. The Time of the Ebenhard Pact. By Allah Lalathlef. The wheel of time turns. In the dawn it was the day of the Almeri. And then came the time of man. But now, as the decay and chaos in the Empire makes clear, the time of man has passed. Of the men of Tamriel, only the Eastern Nords had strength of character to join Dunmeri and Argonians in repelling the recent invasion of Snakemen from Akavir, thereby showing that of all men only they may be trusted. Time and again, men have shown that without proper guidance, their meddling with the external powers leads to disaster. Man's reckless dabbling with beings beyond Nirn must stop forever. Now it is the time of the Ebenhard Pact, which shall and must become the Tamriel Pact. Within the pact, the Aedra, Daedra, and Hist are all revered, from an appropriate distance. Within the pact is the Tribunal, 3 living gods who abide among us here on Nirn, and whose interest therefore coincides with that of all residents of Nirn. Only they have shown how to treat successfully with powers and beyond Nirn. The rash actions of those who sit the ruby throne, or who pull their strings, have brought Tamriel to the verge of irretrievable doom. They must be scoured from the face of Cyrodiil, and the decaying remains of the Empire of Men must be swept away. It shall be replaced by the Pact, which will enforce peace across the continent and strictly regulate all involvement in dangerous magical pursuits. Onward, warriors of the Pact, we will never know peace and freedom until we occupy a white gold tower. Okay. Actually, my voice is really kind of damaged or sick. So I think I will not read. I will not read more books today. And I hate combat in this game so much, it's so dull. 5 skills. I mean, yeah, sure, I can weapon swap, but I don't have enough skills yet. So let's see our reward.
So, you returned to me alone. The pearl. Is it destroyed?
Yes, but I was unable to save your squad.
I knew I was sending them to their deaths, but still, I couldn't let Avanaire get away. If not for you, the surrounding towns would have been overrun with Yagra. You saved many today, even if some were lost. Here, take this for your service. Don't worry about me. I may not be fit enough to fight, but I can still walk. I'll head to the closest town and make my report. Just need a moment to catch my breath first.
I found Justicia Avenaire's journal.
Ah, Venom words dripped from the tongue of a traitor. Tell me, did you learn anything useful? Something I should add to my report?
She sold the pearl to pay off her sister's drug debt.
Do you expect my heart to bleed at such a story? Avanaire has betrayed her family tenfold by besmirching their name. She betrayed her queen, her nation, her comrades. My soldiers, good soldiers, were killed. For what? An addict's debt?
Avanaire feared her sister would be killed.
And so she weighed the life of one greater than the deaths of many. I doubt this sentimental tidbit will change anything. Her name shall never be honored by her descendants. She'll be an outcast even in death. The greatest dishonor.
Man, no chill. Okay, so now let's talk to the Hipkin, or what it was called. Menaka. Halkind, sorry. Yeah, this quest was completely unnecessary. It's one of the few bad quests where it's simply, oh, go in there and kill someone, and then we at the end we say, she had her reasons to do this, but not comparable to most of the other quests. I mean, we can see if the one of the Halkind is more interesting. It probably is, because it's more of a quest where you have to walk a lot and talk a lot, and not just kill everything inside of this dungeon.
This beast is nothing we've seen before. I can tell you that much.
Whatever could this creature be?
It's the Agra. So let's see what the interview brought. Or maybe they didn't have it yet. Menaka and the artist. Enigma? No, not Enigma.
You finally arrived, and with quite a
Tableau.
strong stench.
Excuse me a moment, Tableau. I must speak with our mutual acquaintance. Well, this isn't quite what I expected. Your friend is a curious individual. Scribbled constantly as we talked. I had no idea she wished for me to be a model. Well, no matter. Have you the heart?
Yes, I have it.
Good. It seems you're as competent a companion as Kerr. I realize our business is concluded, but a complication has arisen which would benefit from your continued assistance.
What sort of complication?
Tableau is quite insistent on finishing her sketch, but it may take a few hours. I'd hate to leave her indisposed after all the trouble she went through to find me. I must request you deliver the heart for me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The inn within Lalandril. The contact's name is Voltarian. Best to deliver the heart before it starts to rot. Wouldn't want to ruin his little feast. You may keep my payment as compensation. A fair trade, after all your work.
Yeah, I'll deliver it.
Lalandril is just to the west. Shouldn't have any trouble.
Menaka, didn't I tell you to remain seated?
Oh, yeah.
I'm only halfway through this sketch.
Well, yes. My apologies.
That's funny. I thought this was a bug first. Like, oh, now he stands up and she's still painting him, but they planned this. Pretty cool. But this is a bit strange, because now it seems as if, yeah, now she can see everything to paint him. Yeah, now it seems like I'm doing a quest for him, but I was doing a quest for her and she should give me a reward. Also, let's see your sketch here. What? Okay. So where do I have to go now? Back to Lilendrill.
Perhaps it's a daedra.
What? Guess they were talking about one of the Yoguras again.
What is it?
The Shrewd Brew. I think I have been here before.
Who in oblivion are you? I left explicit instructions with the manager of this establishment that I was not to be disturbed under any circumstances.
Manika sent me to deliver this heart to you.
Let's keep our voice down, shall we? So, the Hulkind disappoints once again. How utterly expected. As the one who delivered my parcel, I suspect you'll want the reward. Have it, and be off with you. I'm astonished the Hulkind refused to complete this task himself. I'm sure honest work isn't easy to come by for one of his status.
Manika couldn't deliver the heart because he had another obligation.
Something more important than the obligation he had to me. Hulkins have no sense of honor. It comes with being raised without a family, you know. That's why no one trusts them.
Why does having a family have to... What does having a family have to do with trust?
Of course, an femme such as yourself wouldn't understand. A family sets expectations. Here in Somerset, all we do is for our family's honor. There's no hope for someone who doesn't have even that to guide them.
Speaking of honor, are you really going to eat an Indrik's heart?
You do not, cannot understand the painstaking preparation, the ritual consumption, and the artful flavors of an Indrik heart. It is a delicacy fit for only the finest gourmets. The question itself betrays your unworthiness for such pleasures.
Alright then. I mean, we Argonians also have some nice meals. Okay, so no follow-up quest. Nothing. The artist simply didn't give me anything. That's a bit disappointing. Let's see if we meet Tableau later on. Return to Arteum, right.
We don't like trouble.
Let's see what's gonna happen now. yeah, right, there was this important quest going on as well. Guess I didn't finish that yet.
Thank you for returning so promptly. Before we get to other matters, tell me about your search for the Tower Sentinels. Valcerin recounted the events at the College of Sapiarchs after she returned with Lathan. But I'm eager to hear your report.
Why am I so tired? One of the Sentinels is under the protection of Razondar, the other one was slain by Mephala.
Mephala, curse her name. Along with her cohorts, Clavicus Vile and Nocturnal, she corrupted Lathan and threatens all of Nirn. But the Sapiarchs no longer have an attuned pair of key-bearers. That will make it harder to access the Crystal Tower.
Mephala dragged the Golden Knight into her realm after he dropped this gem.
That Golden Knight is one of Meridia's champions, I believe. It seems that one Daedric prince is trying to help us.
What?
That gem is the Dawn Star, from the Dawnbreaker sword.
Ooh.
Why take the knight prisoner, though? What are the princes playing at here?
Remind me, who's Meridia again?
Meridia is the Daedric Prince of Life and Light, and the matron of the Colored Rooms. She isn't part of the Triad of Princes. Indeed, it seems that she has specifically sent her champion to oppose them. We'll need to keep that in mind as we proceed.
Interesting. Let's talk about the matter you summoned me to discuss.
It involves my missing memories. I've recalled an important detail and I need to show it to you. For now, let me compensate you for your efforts so far. I appreciate your help in all this.
Oh, it's the Griffin set.
While you were gone, I have been scrying through my own memories, trying to find the missing events that will remind me where I hid the heart of transparent law. I believe I have discovered something significant.
You remember where you hid the heart of transparent law?
Not exactly. While scrying through my memories, I saw half-formed thoughts and splintered recollections. I saw myself enter the dreaming cave beneath Kapora Tower, and I held the heart of transparent law in my hands.
Tell me everything.
I opened a portal, but I can't recall where it went. Something intentionally blocked the destination from my sight. I entered the portal, and time passed. Then I was back in the cave, and the heart was gone. Will you accompany me to the dreaming cave?
Of course. I mean, who would I be to say no?
The answer to where I hid the heart of transparent law resides in the dreaming cave. Or, more precisely, through the portal I opened and once traversed. Therein lies the problem. It's best if I showed you. Meet me in the cave beneath this tower.
Tell me more about the dreaming cave.
The dreaming cave lies beneath Kapora Tower, where the various threads of magicka and other energies come together and pool like water running down a chain. Trained Psijics can use that energy to open portals to anywhere in Oblivion and beyond.
So you opened a portal to Oblivion realm? To an Oblivion realm?
Perhaps. I honestly can't remember. If not for the success of my scrying spell, even this minor memory would still elude me. There's more to explain, but words fail me. I'll show you what I mean when we go down to the dreaming cave.
Where's Valziren right now?
Valcerin refuses to leave Lathan's side. She's trying to get him to explain how he could forsake our order and pledge himself to a Daedric prince. I hope she can see her way through this. We're going to need her before all is said and done.
Yeah, right, Lathan is the husband, or was the husband of Valziren, and he now serves the Daedra, that's why she's so upset. Yeah, what happened between them?
That's not my tale to tell. They both rose through the ranks of our order together. Fell in love, had a child. The rest, well, that's personal. I still find it difficult to believe that the Lathan I know could betray us.
What was the projection you were looking at?
Just the result of my scrying spell. It allowed me to project images from my mind for further study, to look for details my memory alone may have missed. I watched one particular sequence over and over. The one where I took the heart into the cave.
That's how you remembered using the Dreaming Cave to hide the heart?
As I explained, the scrying allowed me to see myself take the heart into the Dreaming Cave, to watch as I opened a portal and stepped inside. Then the image faltered and skipped a beat. It ended with me back in the cave, but the heart was gone.
Okay, so let's go. I'm really looking forward to the Dreaming Cave. I'm intrigued now. Wait, what? Oh, I think it's here now. I think this is... yeah. It would be so nice if you would unlock Psijic skills for these missions. Sadly, that's not the case.
Welcome to the Dreaming Cave. Here we can open paths to other realms. This particular path is blocked by Daedric magic. I have an idea, though. Take the Dawnstar gem from your pack and hold it up to the barrier. Just as I surmised, the barrier, it withdraws from the Dawnstar's power.
Nice.
Dawnbreaker's gem contains a portion of Meridia's power, but on its own it isn't strong enough to dispel this barrier. We need to find the Dawnbreaker's sword and make it whole once more.
But the sword and the Golden Knight were pulled into Mephalah's realm.
We know that at least one Daedric prince has attempted to help us against the triad of Vile, Mephalah, and Nocturnal. I think it's time to approach Meridia and solicit her help in this endeavor.
How do we get in contact with a Daedric prince?
We need to locate a true believer, one of Meridia's cultists.
Okay.
If anyone can direct us toward Daedric activity on Somerset, it's Lathan. Talk to Lathan. See if you can convince him to help us find one of Meridia's priests.
Why can't we use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia?
As we've seen, the triad of Daedric princes was able to interfere with the Golden Knight's efforts to reach us. If I attempt to use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia, chances are they'll notice and stop us. We can't risk tipping our hand just yet.
And that barrier blocks access to the portal anyway, right?
The barrier doesn't block every possible path, only the one that I saw in my scribed memory.
Okay.
The path that leads to where I hid the heart of transparent law. As Katora's magic continues to fade, I believe my memories will return in time.
What about the other sea slots? Can't the Abyssal Cable replace Katora's magic?
I don't think so. Each member of the Cabal possesses a unique talent. Katora dealt in mind magic. When you killed him, that magic was lost to the Cabal. No. Now we must concern ourselves with the triad of Daedric princes.
Where can I find Lathan?
Just as you were attuned so you could travel to and from Artaeum, we use the same magic to prevent Lathan from leaving the island. He is free to wander where he will, but he can't leave. I believe he's outside, talking to Valsarin.
He's just free to walk around in this... Psijic... yeah, whatever. Do you really think Lathan will help us?
Lathan was a good man. I have to believe he still is, despite pledging his allegiance to Mephalah and the Court of Bedlam. Besides, we need to contact Meridia. He's our best chance for getting in touch with one of her priests.
Remind me, what's the... No, I don't need to remind me about the triad. So yeah, the last time we talked to Lathan, he didn't seem like he wants to help at all. He said something like, "Screw you all, the Daedric are the best." It's funny that he's free to walk around here on this island.
I never planned to come back here. The memories are painful.
I still can't believe I had to find you and drag you back. Was our time together really so terrible?
You still don't understand. Our daughter will never again see this view, or hold my hand, or anything.
Okay.
I suppose it's too much for a prisoner to expect a few moments of solitude with his thoughts. Ah, well. So, what can I do for you? Has the Right Master sent you to interrogate me? Doesn't he trust my wife's talents in that regard?
That's a lot of T's. Is the Meridia cult on Somerset?
What a curious question. Do you actually believe that all Daedric cultists know each other? I hate to disappoint you, we don't. Although I can tell you that there are a lot fewer of the Lady of Life's followers now than there were before.
What do you mean by that?
The Court of Bedlam has been actively eliminating the competition, as it were. Oh, I wasn't personally involved, but I have it on good authority that the Meridia shrine hidden to the north of Shimmerine has been disposed of.
The Court of Bedlam killed all of Meridia's followers in Somerset?
All? Who can say? I imagine that one or two of them scurried down a dark hole before the blade fell. Like rats, her followers are. I believe I have said everything I'm going to on this subject. Now shove off.
I guess I could go search around the north of Shimmerine.
That sounds like a wild Nixad chase. Didn't Razumdar mention he was investigating Daedric cults on Somerset? Maybe Razumdar has been investigating Daedric activity across Somerset. He's your best chance for finding a follower of Meridia, despite what Lathan has intimated.
Do you know where Razumdar is?
When last we checked, the Eye of the Queen was in Shimmerine, conducting his own investigation into the Court of Bedlam and other Daedric activity. If anyone in Somerset...
It's okay, we have that now. Shimmerine. Atronach worker, huh? That's funny. Alright. I'll take a little break again. Because I feel incredibly tired for some reason. Maybe I just need to drink more. I don't know. I need to do some exercise. Because I'm only awake for like 5 hours. And I'm already almost falling asleep again. So yeah, let's see if we continue later or maybe tomorrow. And then we will continue with this quest. Alright, see you next time.